Hey, what's up with it, man? It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. We're back with another one, man. Make sure y'all check out the Twitch channel. It's Big Matt at Big Matt Fitnessman on Twitch, and join the members. So yeah, man, you guys see it, man. You have no privacy in prison. Everything is Front Street. Okay, I'm gonna try to give you guys a couple examples of this. This type of thing starts off in jail. When you go into jail, no matter if you got a DUI, a fight, or you stole something, drugs, theft, whatever it is, there's going to be a type of shock that you go through, and usually that is with a toilet. I don't know where everyone's from, where you're watching this video from, but over here in Florida, especially the county that I'm from, there's no privacy, man. At all. So you have to get used to throwing a blanket over you or a sheet, the same sheet that you sleep in. When you take a crap, there's that metal toilet is sitting right there on Front Street, and there's the whole dorm's in front of you. There's a couple bars in between, but I mean literally when you sit down in the toilet, the COs in the tower can see you. So you have to drop your pants, sit on that, and don't ever sit on the cold chrome without putting the condom on, because you'll get butt AIDS. You have to, please. This is the most important thing I've ever said on my channel. If you have people in there, don't let them sit on that metal toilet without putting the paper condom on. Okay, moving forward. When you're in jail, you have no privacy. So there comes a time where you put that sheet over you and you're like hiding, right? You're hiding because you need privacy. You're not used to taking a crap in front of 80 men, or maybe you're on, the second story, the second floor, and your room is right there by the TV, like right here. So people are looking straight ahead of the TV, and you're right here. You gotta drop your pants, take a deuce. People are like, come on, man, trying to basketball, dog. Oh, so. It's a shot. It's totally different, man. You have to get used to it. But what happens is, after so many months in jail, prison, whatever, you get used to it, man. I was the same dude with the sheet, and then, hey, look, I was in there so long, just dropped my pants and sitting with the condom, sitting on the metal toilet, and dropping a deuce, talking about, hey, man, what's up with that breakfast tray tomorrow, whatever. Wiping, some guys wipe from the front. That's funny too, because they don't use the sheet, and then you clown on them like, bro, you're wiping from the front. It gets on your butt. It gets crazy. But anyhow, it's you have no privacy in there, man. I'd wipe and show my homeboys all type of stuff, but it comes with being in there for so long. You have no privacy. People don't understand it who haven't been in there. Same thing with, man, I'm talking about jail now, but in prison it gets real. You have to handle your business, man. The average solid person's going to go to prison, man, do their time, mind their business, do what they got to do to get through their time, man. Don't mess with boys, none of that. If hey, look, there ain't no women around. If you're lucky enough to bag a CO or something, that's one thing. But if not, man, you got to go in the back stall. For people that don't know, I'm not speaking for everywhere, but here in Florida, you have these little privacy walls. They're about this tall. So literally, if I was in the chain gang right now, I would sit on the toilet with the condom. There's privacy walls in between each little stall. So right here. So you're crapping, and that's it. That's you look over here, you're not gonna see the next man, nothing but top of his shoulders and his head. But hey, it gets real MacGyvery, man. You gotta go handle your business. So that what that means is you throw your shirt over the last stall, and you gotta get real creative with it, because you still need privacy to handle your business, right? So now you got this privacy walls. You gotta go down. You gotta get down like this, man, and handle your business. I used to call it cappuccino style. It's like stirring a cappuccino. But hey, man, it is what it is, man. After some time, you get used to it, right? But there's so many more examples of this. Going to the canteen line. Hey, maybe you get $25 a month. Maybe you get $50 a month from your old lady, your mom, your grandma, your dad, BLM, whatever it is. But you're walking back to the dorm with that bag. Here in Florida, you can't use a pillowcase. You got to use a blue mesh bag, okay? And you're walking back, with whatever money that you just spent, and let's just say that you just got a whop. You bought deodorant, you bought Q-tips, you bought honey bun soups, you bought a bunch of crap, right? The eye hawkers. You even brought that bag and you put everything in your locker real discreetly with it, right? The dude that you've never talked to, he's at deodorant. He saw the lady speed stick in your bag. You've never spoke to the guy before. Now he's trying to panhandle and trade you a bag of coffee for the deodorant. Bro, I ain't never talked to you. He's been hawking you because you're on Front Street. Everything's on Front Street. Everything's on Front Street. If you want to show your buddy your photo album that you get cool with, that's your family, that's your girl, your old lady, your wife, your mom, your sister, your niece, whatever it is, or anything else in between that, you bust it out. You got the eye hawks. It can even get, everything is on Front Street. You have no privacy in prison. It gets worse if you're somebody who goes in there and makes a couple moves and let's just say you do something for something to make something, and this is real hard to word without telling on stuff, but stuff's got to get dropped and stuff's got to get paid for, and you got to go talk to this person, this guy's got to put this up his butt, this and that. You don't have the eye hawks anymore, you have the ear hawks. Your business is on Front Street, and I could keep giving you example over the worst of all. And I'm going to start getting into women CO stories very shortly, is that itself. The worst of all is the COs. Man, that's a whole different video I'll get into, but let's just say you got something going on with a CO. It don't even have to be, God forbid that you're banging a chick. Man, you're going to get hated on hard. Or even if it's a dude and not that you're banging them, but you got something going on with the dude, man, you have no privacy in prison. I'm trying to tell you, there's zero privacy in prison. And I'm telling y'all this because I want to tell one story. Now, there was a dude, I never knew this guy, okay? But the 20 minutes that I was in the medical line one time for, but I felt real bad for the dude. And I'll tell you why. I was about to go home on my second bid, my second time in. I was in line with this dude, Big Red, and JR. Both those guys are in other stories on the channel, right? But all of us, me, JR, Big Red, are in line for our clearance process. Before you go home, you gotta in DOC in Florida, I believe it is every 2 years they give you an HIV/AIDS test. Every 2 years, you're gonna get it. So you're gonna know coming in. They take blood, they do all that DNA, and every 2 years you're gonna get an AIDS test and your physicals, this and that. So before you go home, they gotta clear you. So I'm feeling like $1 million because when you get to that point in your bid, you have 1 foot out the door. So I'm there with a couple dudes I knew. Big Red, we went through it. He was the head, this and that. But hey, he's about to go home, and nobody really is on no crazy stuff right now. It's just kind of like chill mode. If it pops off, you gotta take. You have to go there if it pops off. But you understand what I'm saying. And my buddy JR. But there was a couple other dudes in the line too. And there was this dude, I couldn't tell you what his name is for a winning lottery ticket today. But it doesn't mean I didn't feel bad for him. He kept writing grievances and stuff on the doctor at the camp that I was at, okay? And you've never seen that. That's something that's not really heard of. A lot of dudes will write grievances on COs and stuff to try to get them in trouble, to try to get them to break the code or whatever. You can get a CO in trouble, or you can overturn a CC or a DR if you write, Chapter 33, Tallahassee, this and that. But it's real hard to do, and you're putting a big X on your back. It's just not heard of for somebody to do on a doctor. So, just like all the examples I said about there's no privacy, you know, he's talking to his buddy that's with him, and his buddy is one of them dudes that goes to medical all the time. Now, just because I was about to go home and the dudes that I was with were about to go home doesn't mean that we weren't there with dudes that go to medical every single day. It doesn't matter what pod you're in, what prison, what jail. There's always that crowd of people that got to see the nurse and the doctor every single day. And this dude was there talking to his other buddy that goes every single day. I don't know what his friend had or what he's getting treated for, but the dude I'm speaking of, he had hepatitis C, and he had it real bad. And he had a stack of papers, man. He was snapping, and you know, there's no privacy in prison, man. And as he's snapping, I happened to be the ear hustle this day. Not that I wanted to, not that I was wanting to be in his business, but you know, you can't help when people are snapping and talking loud. But and eventually I got in the conversation, but that's how prison is. He was speaking about how he's wrote this doctor up a million times. He's wrote Tallahassee. This guy literally got acceptance from. He wrote the pharmaceutical company that made the cure for the hepatitis C that he had. So basically, for people who don't know, if you're ever out here on the streets and you can't afford a medication, you can write the company that makes it, and they can give you either a voucher or a clearance pass or whatever it is. He got that inside of prison, but the doctor would not accept it. Now, this dude had cirrhosis, which is, anybody knows about hepatitis C, this is like the final and worst. It's a bad stage of the hepatitis C. You can die from hepatitis C. I got a hepatitis B shot when I was in the same bid. But this dude was dying of hepatitis C. I felt bad for him because here he is trying to battle an inside battle, and he kept getting turned down. And what it was just plain money. I have no idea what a hepatitis C cure cost, right? But he had a voucher to knock a lot off. But the state would not cover the other portion of it. Then he did some other stuff to get another chunk of the cure knocked off, and they still denied him. And I swear to you, man, the dude only had 6 months to live, okay? But he was snapping because he was already told that before from a different doctor at a different camp. And man, I felt real bad for this dude. You know, there's nothing I could do on the inside to help the guy, you know what I mean? But and I don't remember his name. I never did time with him. He was at my camp. He just happened to be at that medical line, and as I was going home. But man, I wonder whatever happened to the dude, because it's a shame, man. The state has a lot of money. They took away the weights out of Florida DOC because inmates were getting too big. All right, so there's no weights. They took away smoking cigarettes in Florida because it caused too much cancer and healthcare stuff for the state. But man, you would think that if somebody did all that research and did all that stuff from the inside as an inmate, you would think the state would meet them halfway or something, or even put a damn what do you call it, collection on him or something to follow him for when he got out and dock it out of his paycheck, something. You know, I never know what happened to this dude, man. And you know, I would have never known anything going on with that dude's life if it wasn't for this title, man. You know, it's a good this video, man. I don't know who watches the videos, where you watch them, why you watch them, but I like that you do, and shout out to you. But you know, if you know people, man, that are going in there, this is a big shock that they're gonna have to deal with, man. And for the ones who've been in, you know exactly what I'm saying, man. And don't tell me you haven't done that cappuccino style, man. It's a White Boy Lockdown Radio, man. I'm trying to bring white back, man. I'm trying to make it cool again. All right, smash the like, share the video, leave a comment, join the members, and get with it.